So why don't you roll the dice and take a gamble that maybe, just maybe, things will be better for you. It ain't gotta be rough. It ain't gotta be rough. It don't have to be rough. Dig it? It don't have to be rough, man. Y'all gonna love the books I got. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and pump a little bit. This book right here, The Purpose of a Black God. I wrote that. I don't know how to turn it around on the screen, but The Purpose of a Black God. That's a real book. Let me just show you so you don't think I'm lying to you. There's pages in here, all right? There's real pages inside of this book. The Purpose of a Black God. Now, let me try to do this without making a camera fall. Okay, got it. Do not give a black woman anything. That's the title of the book. Do not give a black woman anything. Compensate her for everything. There's pages in here too, right? Pages, you see? It's not just like a cover. There's real pages. Let me read something out of here. I would like to say from the very beginning to my many readers that this is an insurance policy for the black family. Understand that we are thriving as a culture. Understand that this material is needed, for there are men in this world that need to know and understand exactly how to make the relationship between the black man and the woman extremely successful. We as a people simply have to mature and accept our weaknesses, which is faults, and our strengths, proper leadership. I, for one, will admit that I did the very harmful thing that I'm writing this document to prevent and correct from happening in the lives of another black relationship or family. So today is February 17, 2021, and I confess that I did in fact do wrong, and I'm so sorry. However, since I understand my purpose and destiny, I further realize that my life is to show and be an example and inspiration to every person I encounter. Okay, that's just the forward. That wasn't even the book. That was just the forward. And I wrote a couple more. I'm also writing the Encyclopedia of the Black Woman. See, until you understand who the black woman is, you can't understand how to deal with her. And let me tell you the crazy shit. This is the crazy shit. You'll never know how to deal with her until you know how to deal with yourself. But you'll never know how to deal with yourself until you have knowledge of self. See how it all kind of works together? So I can't deal with a black woman correctly until I'm dealing with myself correctly. But I can't deal with myself correctly until I know who I really am. Once I know who I really am, it's called knowledge of self. Once you have knowledge of self, you can do anything that the Creator will inspire your mind to receive. Like I said, these books were not written because I said, I'm gonna write me some books. No, didn't want to write no books. Wasn't even thinking, okay, that's not true. I have written books in the past. However, this was not planned. Let me tell you how it happened. Again, I'm not mentioning her name because I don't want her to think she all that. Although she really is all that. I can't even front. I'm in love with this woman. I'm in love with this woman. Let me say it correctly as I refer to her in my book. I'm in love with this chosen black woman. She's not desired, although I desire her. She's chosen. And not chosen because of me and my efforts, my likes or dislikes. She's chosen by the Creator of this universe to be my wife. And not my wife in the American or Western colonization or civilization or custodialship term where it comes down to we're gonna get a marriage license. And we're gonna no. Let's break it down. She was chosen to be my wife. What that really means is she was chosen to be my empress. She was chosen to be my queen. She was chosen to be my goddess. Understand the science I'm dropping right now. She was chosen by the Creator to help me, to aid me, to be by my side as we literally change the world for the better. She is the greatest mother I have ever seen in my life, second to my own mother. Understand what I just said? She has ethics, she has morality, she has integrity, she has accountability, she has respect. She's stern yet kind. She's lovable yet adamant about her principles. I don't understand her most of the time, I don't. And that's when you know you're with the right one. Because not understanding her has brought me closer to my Creator. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a former polygamist because I believe in polygamy to a certain degree. But what most people don't understand about polygamy is this. The true principles of divine polygamy is that once you meet the right one that you can identify God in and God sent, then there is no need for any other selection or category. In other words, until you know and can identify that God sent this person to your life, then polygamy is just another form of dating or interacting for those that are called to that purpose and that principle and that lifestyle. See, when I got to be very careful, but when I was in my foreign days, I had different women in my life that served different purposes. One woman would be my Ways and Means Committee, right? So I told her, I'm gonna go to Florida. I gotta be there for like 3 weeks. She never asked me questions. She knew. She had one training lesson, and she knew from that point on what it was. So you gotta go to Florida when you're leaving. I didn't leave by Thursday. I gotta be there by Friday. All right, when you wanna come back on the 15th. All right, cool. That's all I had to say. In about an hour, she'd give me my tickets, my first class tickets, and tell me what hotel I'm staying in, this, that, and the other. And tell me who to call in case I need those things. You feel me? Then I had another female that was my banking lady. This banking lady was like 100% on point. And I would tell her, go make a deposit for me. And she would go and make a deposit. She had one training lesson. Everybody gets a training lesson. You can't ask somebody to do a job unless they know how to do the job perfectly and most efficiently. So basically, I need to make a deposit. All right, cool. She put on her suit, one of her suits. She put on her heels. She makes sure her nails are done. She'd walk into the bank and she'd go make the deposits or go to the safety deposit boxes and take out whatever she was taking out. And that's how we moved. That was our banking person. And then on top of that, I had a legal defense fund. I call it a legal defense. I had a legal defense chick, right? And what she would do, she knew all the attorneys' phone numbers. She knew all the attorneys' phone numbers. She knew every single politician's phone number. So if there was a situation going on, yeah, I gotta call legal. That was her name saved in my phone, right? Legal. So I would call legal. Hey, babe, listen, I'm so-and-so, and I need an attorney for such a reason, and she would have them there. She would have them there. Not make an appointment. She would have the attorney come wherever I was at. All right, cool. That's legal, that's banking, that's Ways and Means. And then, of course, I had somebody who was just 100% what we call domestic. Everybody had a name saved on my phone. I had banking, legal, domestic, and Ways and Means. All right, cool. So domestic was somebody who was really cool. Domestic would take care of families. She would take care of not my family, not just my family. She would take care of all the families I was responsible for. So, like, there were certain oaths that were agreed to or sworn to that in the event a brother was either murdered or incarcerated, then we would take care of the family. That was just part of our job. That was part of our agreement, part of our benefit package. So basically, when it came down to a situation needed to be done, I didn't get phone calls. The rent was due, the mortgages was due, the car broke down. I didn't have time to answer those phone calls. That's what domestic was there for. So domestic would deal with all that. And domestic did her job well. So domestic was on some liaison type shit. All right, so domestic's job was real simple. She dealt with people in their situations all day. It was back to school season or back to school week. She made sure all the kids had new clothes, new shoes, they had books, pencils, and papers and stuff like that, right? It was Mother's Day. She made sure all the mothers had some kind of gift. It was birthdays. She was on top of her job. She took care of all that. It's okay, look, every Saturday, everybody going grocery shopping. Give a damn. Everybody would go grocery shopping. So she made sure all the families had food. Rent time, make sure all rent was paid at least a month early. Mortgages, make sure all mortgages were paid at least a month early. Alright? That was domestic. Now that took so much pressure off of me because I had somebody who handled everything and I could do what I could. Look, these different ladies in my life served a purpose. And the purpose they served was to alleviate the, not tedious, but to alleviate the stress of making sure that side of my life was taken care of, so I could make sure that the other side of my life was being taken care of. In other words, if I could do for them what they could do for me, if I could do for them the things they were doing for me, I would have never had them in my life. I needed a balance because I'm a thinker, I'm a reader. I need time to study, I need time to read, I need time to really assess situations. I was making some real serious life and death decisions back in the past. And I still make those same life and death decisions today. So long story short, I was a polygamist. Those 4 ladies in my life, we rocked well. The benefit package was crazy. No, we didn't smoke. No, we didn't drink. Well, I do like a rum and coke. But no, we wasn't getting drunk, we wasn't getting high. We was taking trips, we was going on yachts, we was doing our thing. But no, it wasn't just sitting around watching BET, drinking a 40 ounce and no, come on, man. Life is much more than sex and restaurants. You feel me? There's nothing worse than seeing a nigga money in the hood, don't know where to spend it, so he go crazy at Walmart. $7, $8, $9, $10,000 worth of sneakers. Come on, nigga, stop it. You're killing me. You're killing me. So long story short, the number one instruction that most people don't know about when it comes down to polygamy is once you find that one person, that one woman that can do all the jobs you need done I'm gonna put this, I'm so excited because she can do it. Once you find that one, okay, I'm gonna speak from my point of view. Polyamory is when a woman has multiple men. Polygyny is when a man has multiple women. So in the world of polygyny, which is a part of the polygamous lifestyle, polygamous is the category, polygyny applies to a man having more than one woman, and polyamory applies to a woman having more than one man in the polygamous culture. Okay, here we go. So in polygyny, once a man can find that one woman that can satisfy and perform all the different tasks that he needs to be complete and excel, everyone else gets fired, and she has literally taken her rightful place as his wife, as his queen, as his emperor, as his goddess. I won't lie to you. With all the women I've ever been with, I've never had to come to the Creator asking him anything about them. They never posed such a mental challenge and threat until I want to be sure. Don't get me wrong. I've never disrespected a woman. I'm smiling because my mind goes back to one thing. That was business. It wasn't personal. But all I'm saying is I've never disrespected I've never disrespected a person. I've never disrespected a woman on a personal basis. Never. And it's funny because I thought I'd never find that one. I thought I would never find her. I can't predict the future. She might wake up in the morning and say, you know what, damn it, I want a white guy. Damn it, I want Billy Bob from the rodeo. I don't know. But until that happens, I'm gonna put it in 100%. I'm gonna do my job 100%. I'm gonna get it in 100%. You know why? Now this is where my ego comes in. I'm gonna tell you straight up, this is my ego. If anyone fucks up, it's gonna be you. It's not gonna be me. We're not gonna fuck it up. It's gonna be you. It's never gonna be me. I've always had that attitude ever since I was a teenager. You mean you got a deal going on? and it gets fucked up at the end, it wasn't us that fucked it up, it was you. You failed me. I didn't fail you. We didn't fail each other. No, nigga, I fell victim to believing you. I fell victim to taking you at your word. So no, we're not gonna fail each other. You're gonna fail me. See, that's like New York shit. Or as my man San Lawrence, peace to you guys, as San always says, that's that Brooklyn bullshit. If one of us fucking up, it's gonna be you, it's not gonna be me. Why? Because when I walk away from you, I'm gonna have a clean, clear conscience. I'm gonna be able to say, you know what? I took all your bullshit. I believed every lie you told me. I watched you, and I watched you steal from me. I watched you, and I watched you promise to see me. You promised you was gonna bring me something to eat. You promised you was gonna make me something to drink, and you never did. And I never complained, not one time. Not because I'm soft, not because I'm a punk. Certain decisions you make are life-changing decisions. So those decisions can be entered into easily and lackadaisically, which means there are certain things that must have certain protocols. I don't know how to just act emotionally without thinking. I'm a thinker. I'm not an emotional responder. So when I make certain decisions, I know the ramifications behind those decisions. Some decisions you cannot redo. You can't correct them. If you make the wrong mistake, we make certain kinds of decisions, you have to bear the pain and the guilt of fucking somebody's life up for the rest of their life. That's a horrible feeling when you know good and well. I want to give you an example. This is not an admission. This is all hypothetical entertainment. All right, for anybody who might be listening and think they got, they finally got a drop on the brother. Hypothetically, if I had ever harmed anybody mistakenly, because I thought they were stealing, because I thought they were betraying, or because I thought that their actions were suspect. I was taught, this wasn't an emotion, this wasn't a feeling. I was taught by superiors that knew the lifestyle I was in, and were successful at that lifestyle. I was taught you don't act as soon as you find out. As soon as you hear about it, you don't act then. That's not when you act. What you do is you wait. Give it 30 days. Now, are they getting you? Are they tricking you? They playing their games with you? You sit there like you don't know what's going on. Not because you're playing. You give them a chance to prove you wrong. For example, the number one phrase in New York was this. When I find out you're doing some bullshit, right? I'm not afraid to take action on you as soon as I find out. But I'm going to wait because you might turn around and change before I take action. In other words, I know you've been stealing money from me. I know you've been stealing money from me. And I stand alone, but I represent many. Understand that. I stand alone, but I represent many. But I know you've been stealing from me. And I haven't said nothing for like a week, because I'm hoping in a week's time you might come to me and say, you know what, dude, I can't even do it to you no longer, man. I'm sorry I've been stealing from you. My mom was sick, she had cancer, my uncle died. You might have a legitimate reason, and there's so many different things that could have occurred to make you steal from me. I'm a free-hearted dude. I'll give you. Don't take from me. Don't rob me. 50 Cent made a song. I love the way he said it. He said, them niggas know not to rob me because them niggas know not to rob me for my chain because I die for that shit. Don't rob me. I'll give it to you. Just ask me. I'm not gonna deny you. You're my man. You're my chick. I'm not gonna deny you. But if you think I don't know what's going on, I'm 57 for real. I'm 57 for real. I've learned from some of the greatest minds on this planet. Now, I don't mean as an individual. I'm about worldwide figures. People who made international headlines were some of our mentors and former associates. So long story short, because I know you're doing some bullshit, I'm not gonna let you know I know. I don't have to let you know I know. You know why? Because you know. And the thing is, if you don't change, if you don't correct it, if you don't honestly come straight forward and be like, yo, I did you wrong, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, this and that, that's cool too. Because once the decision has been made, it's not made based on an emotional feeling. It's based on facts. And once that decision is made, it will change lives. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this for one reason. Everybody who's smiling is not stupid. And everybody who's smiling is not dumb. Some people just smile and they try to be nice because they understand that this life has so many different dimensions, man. Like, I'll be honest with you, and this is not a threat to anybody. I really honestly pray that nobody bothers this lady in my life. She's not just a piece of ass. She's not just a pretty face. She's none of the above. She's my wife. I've always swore 3 things. I would be part of the music industry, and I was. I would be a millionaire, and I've been. And I would be mob, and I've been. Understand what I'm saying to you. I'm not affiliated with any kind of criminal activity. I do not endorse, recommend, or suggest any kind of criminal activity. But one thing I do strongly urge is that you study more than you run your mouth. That you really, truly learn more than you talk. Life is not what you think it is. It's an illusion unless you understand what it is you're seeing. So again, in closing, I'm saying this. If you're trying to make some boss money, then make it. I can help you get it. Not no bullshit, no games, no lies. Everything I do is in writing. You know why? Because if it's not in writing, it's rotten. That's a principle. That's a 45-year-old principle I learned. If it's not in writing, it's rotten. I'm a businessman. I'm not a thug, not a hoodlum. I'm a businessman. I deal with business people. We do business things. Understand this, please. This coronavirus is new to you. It's new to me. But again, I'm a reader. So I've done some real true studies. This was pronounced back in 2017, whether you knew it or not. I didn't know it until I started studying. The craziest thing about this is Theodore Roosevelt said something back in the 60s. I believe it was the 60s, or 57 or 60s. He said, anything that happens in the world of politics is not by accident. It was planned. Anything that happens in the world of politics is not by accident. It was planned. What does that mean? Coronavirus is something that happened in the world of politics. It was planned. I want to share this real quick, then I'm out. Thank you for listening so far. I hope in some small way I was entertaining. I hope y'all got more out than just seeing a pretty face and shit. Check this out. Check this out, right? Why did I leave the music industry? I didn't understand it then. I understand why the creator took me out when he did. I went to see Aaron one day. Again, Aaron Hall from the group Guy. Teddy Riley, Damian, Aaron. I went to see Aaron one day, and Aaron said, I gotta put my filter to work. Sorry. Aaron said, dude, why don't you stay in the life you're in? The music business is not what you think it is. Why don't you stay in the lifestyle you're in, man? Don't switch over. It's worse over here than it is over there. I thought he was hating on me. That's my physical. That nigga still, when we 2 pairs of socks, that nigga was sleeping in our house, you know what I mean? So he's not somebody I didn't know. I knew that nigga well. But he was like, yo, it's not what you think it is. I thought he was hating me. I thought he was just not trying to give me no light. But there was a report years later, decades later. I just brushed up on it this week, so I just want to drop this real quick. The music industry is the worst. The music industry is one of the worst forms of deception for black people I've ever heard of. Let me tell you why. Every major record company invests heavily into the private prison system. With that being the case, there's nothing wrong making investments, but check this out. They had a secret meeting in 91. This is all documented. They had a secret meeting in 91 where they had all the executives from these major companies come to the meeting. And there was a group of people that was not known to the music industry at all. There's 4 white guys in suits, right? And they had everybody sign non-disclosure agreements. When they signed those non-disclosure agreements, they started talking. After everybody signed it. If you didn't sign it, you had to get the fuck out. So there were some people who left, and they introduced themselves, said, yeah, we're from so-and-so, only by first name, but we're from so-and-so and so. All right, cool. They said the music industry has the corporations you represent, they've invested heavily into private prison systems. And they want to protect their investments. So what we want to do is we want to encourage y'all to stop promoting feel-good music and public awareness and conscious music, especially within the hip-hop community. Stop promoting all kinds of conscious music and stop promoting all kinds of peaceful unity stuff and all that back to Africa stuff. Yeah, stop doing that. That's not it. I want you to promote, and this is what they said in black and white, we want you to promote gangster rap. We want you to promote criminal activity. We want you to promote narcotic use and all kinds of abusive, violent crimes in your music. Which means any artist you sign up, they got to sign up with that. They got to come across with that. That got to be your criteria. All that feel-good music, like back in the days of De La Soul. De La Soul was strong positive. KRS-One, strong positive. Public Enemy, strong positive. No, we don't want that stuff no more. What we want is that gangster rap. Murder, murder, murder. Kill, kill, kill. Get high, get high, get high. Push a bitch on the bed and fucking, yeah, they want that kind of shit, right? And the reason they wanted that is because that would lead people that were consumers to hear it and want to emulate their celebrity star and commit those crimes. And they go to jail. And when they go to jail, they are housed. And the private prison system is in contract with the United States. So the United States is paying them for every prisoner they have. 90% of the prisons, and this is by contract, 90% of the private prisons must always be occupied. You can't have, if you have 89%, you got to pay the United States money. Hundreds of thousands of dollars for every person that's not there. So instead of them taking a chance of having to pay out, they'd much rather get paid. Now, why am I saying that? We had hip hop turn into the best hip hop artist I could ever think was Big Daddy Kane. Look him up. For you youngsters, look him up, Big Daddy Kane. Listen to the music that was once vibrant, and listen to the music that's out today. There's a reason it's going on the way it's going on. So what I'm saying to you is this. The only thing you have to do, pick up a book and learn, or get with somebody who's picked up a book and has learned enough to teach you. This is a real world we're dealing with. Choice is yours how you go through it. But this is a very, very real world we're dealing with. Understand what you're dealing with. Understand who you're dealing with, and definitely understand the best way to deal. This coronavirus has done nothing more than reveal every person to themselves. It's an old phrase, hard times don't come to break you, hard times come to reveal you to yourself. Who are you? Do you think you might need a mentor? I'm not being nosy, not trying to be in your business and shit. But do you think you might need a mentor in your life? Do you think you might really understand that you need to know more? Not go with your feelings, not go with the flow. Because the only thing water does is flow to the lowest point of existence. Water never flows up. It only flows down. So the question is, do you want to go with the flow or do you want to elevate? And Ma, you know who I'm talking to. Ma, I love you, girl. You're so inspirational. A perfect mother, a perfect wife. I love you. So in my closing, I'm just going to say, thanks for listening and get with me. Boss Enlightenment Academy. Boss Up TV. I'm sorry, that's wrong. Boss Up NYC TV.com. Boss Up NYC Radio.com. Or BossUpNYC.com, the website. BossUpNYCTV.com. BossUpNYCRadio.com. The radio. BossUpNYC.com, the website. Be a part of the family. Be a boss. Forever boss up.